'Tis the season where I wear these antlers all day, every day until my head starts hurting. So I'm wearing antlers. Enjoy. Today I watched a movie that I had been meaning to watch for so many years, and I finally did. And this is 1993's What's Love Got to Do with It. Obviously, it is about Ike and Tina Turner, mostly about Tina Turner. It's directed by Brian Gibson and with a screenplay by Katie Lanier, based on the Tina Turner memoir, I, Tina, written by Tina Turner and Kurt Loder. However, there are large sort of biopicisms in this and things that were changed and characters that were added and things like that. But basically, it follows Tina Turner, born Anna Mae Bullock, from her early childhood through her breakthrough 1984 album Private Dancer. And the bulk of it really is how she meets Ike, played by Laurence Fishburne, how they got started, and then sort of their tumultuous and quite abusive relationship. Now, I think the main problem, I'm sorry about that, there we go. The main problem, I think, with this film is that it suffers from biopic syndrome, in that it is very rote, very episodic, and sort of by the numbers. However, it contains two absolutely brilliant performances by Angela Bassett and Laurence Fishburne. It's one of those movies that makes you wish it was as masterfully made as it is performed. And I think perhaps it gets a pass by a lot of people for being brilliant because it has these brilliant performances, because the film itself is not great. It's far too episodic. It really doesn't delve into any of the characters. It just all feels very surface level to me, which is unfortunate, because the performances they're just so good. And then, but if you take those performances away, you have a very basic film, and that's really unfortunate. That said, I think it's 100% worth watching for Angela Bassett alone. Like, Laurence Fishburne's good, and he received an Oscar nomination along with Bassett, but Bassett is like the lead in this. She is everything in this film, and she is so good, and it makes you just wonder why she's not like the biggest star. Like, she's a well-regarded actress, but she's, not Julia Roberts or something. And I feel like, although Julia Roberts hasn't been Julia Roberts in 10 years, but I feel like after a performance like this, if she'd been a white woman, she'd have been a huge star. And that is just such bullshit. But she's done so many good performances that, I don't know. I'm sure she's very happy with where her career has gone, and she's regarded as one of the great actresses of her time. But I just wish she was, more well known. Where was I going with this? She's just so good. Angela Bassett, what a great actress. Yeah, I don't really have much to say because it's not. I wish the movie was better. You get a little bit of Phil Spector. Apparently, after this movie came out, both Ike and Phil Spector said that it wasn't true to a lot of what they knew of the marriage. Well, obviously, Ike, and Ike has changed his story so many times. He's dead now, but he's changed his story so many times about how their relationship really was. And Tina herself said that she wished there was a little more truth to the story. That said, I think the parts of the film that work the greatest are when it's showing how brutal abuse can be. And the sequence where she finally really leaves him and makes it to this hotel to like get away from him is really, really stunning. And her like encapsulation of Tina's presentation style, her dance, her singing, etc., is really great. I mean, she didn't sing. Tina Turner did the singing, but her dancing and just sort of getting the essence of Tina Turner is A+. So I would say this is a great acting film, and you should watch it for that. I've been reading about Tina Turner, and she had quite a life. not all of which makes it into this film, and some of which became true after the fact. But anyways, I don't know what else to say. I'm tired. I guess I was going to say I just hate abusive men. And when I was reading about what Phil Spector had to say, because Phil Spector obviously recorded several songs with Tina, and then at one point Tina and Ike, that like, of course he wouldn't think anything was abusive when he was like such an abusive man. And if you ever want to like hate everybody, like read the shit that he did to Ronnie Spector, and then like you'll just want to like punch him in the face. And it's tough because I love the music that came from Phil Spector, but like it's hard to listen to it and realize that like that brilliant music came from this just awful man who was just so terrible to so many people. And it's like, how do you go back and listen to that? But then, Ronnie Spector, I'm like off topic, I'm sorry, but Ronnie Spector is so great that like you want to listen to it for her, I guess, because her brilliance should not be overshadowed by how awful Spector is. So same goes with Tina Turner. She was brilliant in and of herself. And I recommend watching this movie for Angela Bassett's brilliant performance. Yeah, so this is What's Love Got to Do with It from 1993. I rented it from Videodrome, so you can find it at video stores. I think it's probably on Amazon. Often these things are. 1993.